Oh, look at this guy over here. It is Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's your boys, Mike and Mish. What's going on, Mike?
What's up, Kyle? I'm chilling over here. I forgot my mouse at work, so that sucks.
Oh, what are you, a Stunad?
Definitely.
That's some Stunad shit. Well, we are back, guys. We're back in our respective studios in our separate states, and we are ready to talk to some fighters tonight. We got a good lineup for you guys. We got both fighters in the main event of the upcoming Montana card, fighting for the inaugural BKFC strawweight title. And then we got the crazy man Loco Soto up after the two ladies. But man, we just came back from BKFC 28 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I got to tell you, dude, I don't have anything bad to say about that entire trip. What a show. A little disappointed. A lot of people were a little disappointing at the ending there, but it's fighting and shit's going to happen. But I'm going to tell you right now, from the second we got to Albuquerque to the minute we left, that place was the shit. That town is a fight town. They were excited that the BKFC was in town. We would go restaurant to bar, talk to everybody, ask them, hey, you know about half the people we talked to already had tickets, man. We were just like so blown away by the reception there. What do you think about that, Mike?
Oh man, it was fantastic. I'm telling you, from all the other places that we went, Wichita, Orlando, Tampa, Biloxi,
Miami.
Birmingham, right? We walk around, we go to every bar, restaurant, brewery, smoke shop. We talk to everybody everywhere we go. Like we see people in the liquor store and we stop and talk to them about bare knuckle fighting. We want to spread the word. And I'm telling you, not a lot of people know about it. In Orlando, like 0 people knew about it. We trying to give away tickets, and some people are like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. Albuquerque, forget it. Combat sports fans, like in the soul. It was like they're born loving combat sports there. Every single place we went, they were like, oh yeah, bare knuckle. My friends are going. I want tickets. Or someone would be like, oh, I heard about it, but I want to go. Or I'm already going. I have VIP tickets. And like
Dude,
every single person knows about combat sports and bare knuckle. They were so excited. It was amazing, really.
like we said, Albuquerque is the cauliflower ear of America. I'm telling you, it is one giant fight town. And we got our first guest in the weight room right now, ready to come on. Thank you guys all for tuning in right now. Make sure you are sharing this up, spreading the word, liking, sharing, getting all your friends to do the same. We got one half of the main event at BKFC 29 in Montana, Great Falls, Montana. These two ladies are going to be fighting for the inaugural BKFC strawweight title. She already holds the BKFC Thailand title for strawweight. Her name is Fani Peloumpi. Oh my God, I fucked your name up bad. Peloumpi, how you doing?
Unbelievable. Can you believe that he just did that?
I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry.
When you see him, you're going to have to give him a backhand now.
Sorry?
When you see Kyle, you'll have to give him one of these for messing your name up.
It's the same with the name. I cannot say good the names also, so no problem.
No problem. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for giving us some of your time tonight. We are so excited to talk to you. You are going to be fighting one of the most popular fighters in America here in bare knuckle in America. You are the BKFC Thailand strawweight title holder. Man, what an opportunity for you to come over here after beating a girl that you were a significant underdog against. You took that title. Now you're coming over to America. Tell us a little bit about how you found yourself getting this opportunity to come over to Montana and face Britain Hart.
Really, I am very excited too for this fighting. It's a big opportunity for me. I fight my first time in BKFC here in Thailand, and I like it. I say, why not in America too?
So do you work with Nick Chapman over there? And did he get in touch with you to get you to the BKFC?
My first fighting with my manager, Sasan, he talked with Nick, and he asked me, you want to fight bare knuckle? I What is bare knuckle? He say it's boxing without gloves. I say, okay, yes, no problem. Why not?
Wow.
Now, you have like you have an extensive, long career in Muay Thai. You have 20 plus years in Muay Thai. You get this opportunity to fight bare knuckle boxing, bare knuckle fighting. We all expect to see someone like yourself work the clinch a little bit. You went in there though against Manfredi, who was a significant favorite against you. People were thinking she was the one. You went in there, you fought a technically boxing fight, countered like crazy. Every time she threw one, you threw two or three. It was unbelievable. Did you plan on that? Did you plan on just staying back and countering, or did you think that you might work your clinch a little bit in that fight?
No, it was not my first boxing fighting. I have fight maybe like amateur boxing, maybe like 4 or 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have to fight like different style, you have to think in like example for me is Muay Thai, so I have to delete everything what I know in Muay Thai, just work in boxing. In this fighting is fighting. She punch me, I have to give back.
Yeah, it was extremely impressive. Like I watched that fight 3 or 4 times now, and it's like I said, with the countering, you weren't just counter punching. Every time you countered, it was a 2, 3, 4 punch combo. It was very impressive. And another thing that you showed in that fight, which I can't wait to see when you're in there with Britain Hart, because she's an animal herself. You were willing to take a shot, to give a couple shots, and it seemed like anything Manfredi landed on you didn't really do much damage. Am I wrong?
No. For me, I don't know how to say. Like, if I have 1 punch, I have to give back 2. If I have 2, I have to give back 3, because it's the point. I must take back my point if I want to win.
Did you know Manfredi before then? Have you ever crossed paths with her before you fought her in bare knuckle?
I know her too little because I see her here in Thailand fighting on TV in the Muay Thai. I never imagined I can fight with her because before she fight different weight. I know she was strong, and many people around me told me about this fighting. Oh, she's so strong. So I say, I don't care. I don't care anything. I say yes for this fighting, and for me, it's okay. I don't care. Why not? If she can do it, I can do also.
Yeah, if nothing else, she looks scary as hell when she gets in the ring, right?
She was strong, really. She's a good fighter.
Now your upcoming opponent. Now you impressed everybody. You took home the BKFC Thailand strawweight belt. Immediately, you're getting a shot at the BKFC strawweight belt. Your opponent is Beltran, or Britain Hart, which she's known for. She's one of the most seasoned veterans in the bare knuckle game. She's 5-3. She's been through wars with everybody under the sun. Have you been studying up on your opponent? And what do you think about Britain?
She looks strong. It's okay. For me, fighting is fighting. I don't care who is my opponent and what I will fight. I just be in the ring and I will fight.
Okay.
I'm not scared of Britain or Swedish, of anyone.
What do you think of that, Mike?
Did you see her last fight against Beck Rawlings?
No.
Oh,
No.
so have you watched any of Britain's fights?
When my manager told me you will fight with her, okay, I go in and I watch some of her fight, for I can see her style and how she is. That's it.
You know what it is with Britain, and if you do like go in and watch the tape on her, you'll see the progression of her as a fighter, because she was very green at the beginning, and she made a lot of mistakes at the beginning, but she stayed in fights. She was she was a dog in there. Even though she was technically not the most sound fighter in the world, she hung in her fights. Now, as her career has gone on, she's sharpened up her skill and she's become more technical. And in her last fight, she fought a lot like you just did against Manfredi, where in the past, Britain was a drive forward, initiate the action type fighter. She stayed back and let Beck come to her and countered everything that Beck threw at her. So it was very interesting matchup between the two of you. And after watching your fight with Manfredi, man, this is going to be a war, I believe.
I want to. I want if she have been now technical is good for me because we can have a good fight, technical fight, and I like to have technical fight.
So I have a question. Today, I saw you post something. I got to work today, and I'm looking through social media, doing a little research, and you put up something in your story today, and I can kind of see it right now on your, what I believe is your right eye, unless you're reverse on the screen here. Yes, you hurt your eye during training by an elbow. How's that?
Yes.
Are you expecting that? Are you expecting that to do anything to you for the fight? Is it going to slow anything down? Will it be gone by then? What's going on with the eye?
Big deal. It's just black. I have one elbow because I do clinch and I don't stop clinching. So yeah, I have one elbow from one big man, big killer, but it's okay, no problem. In 2-3 days will be okay.
Nice. I was a little nervous when I saw it, and I was like, "Oh no!" Like,
always happen with me before my fighting. I have more injury before, like big injury, and I just go fight.
Are you ever truly 100% going into a fight? I feel like no fighter is ever 100% going into a fight. There's always some bump or bruise going on that no one knows about,
I don't know. Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, what I was saying is, fighters aren't always at peak after a whole camp. I mean, you got a bump here or a bruise somewhere,
It's normal because of hard training.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to train hard. How long have you been in Thailand?
Going come for every year is like 16 or 17 years now.
Wow. So, and you're originally from Greece? That's your home. Your home is in Greece?
My home is in Greece. I know born in Greece. I have born in Albania. My father is from Albania. My mother is from Greece, and I grew up in Greece.
You know what? It's like every single fighter that's not from Thailand that we talked to that went out to Thailand, they have a hard time leaving Thailand. It's like paradise for them, especially for a fighter like yourself. You go out there, you want to go out, you want to learn a few new tricks, you want to sharpen your skills a little bit. Next thing you know, it's 10 years later and you're back every single, you're back every couple months,
In Thailand, it's beautiful, and for fighting also is good. How in Thailand we say like sabay. The life here is like everything going slow, no hurry, no have to stress everything. And for Muay Thai, for what I do, is the best here for fighting.
Well, don't come to America because everybody's in a hurry. Nobody gets enough sleep. Everybody's friggin' grumpy. You come to America, you're going to end up fighting somebody Muay Thai in the street just because they didn't have enough coffee in the morning.
Really?
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I'm just joking. You're going to love Montana. It's great.
I'm sure.
We just came back from Albuquerque, BKFC Albuquerque. I don't know if you saw that one. Christine Faria fought Taylor Starling. It was a very good event. We were out there. Now, Mike and I go to a lot of the events. We cover it live. We do a lot of interviews there. The arena in Albuquerque was the loudest I have ever heard a BKFC event. Somebody from the BKFC was like, you know what place I think was louder than this? Great Falls, Montana. Last time we were in Montana. And I said, really? We didn't go to the last Montana event. And I'll tell you right now, if the Montana crowd, when you get out there, is anything like we just heard in Albuquerque, you guys are in for a treat. I'll tell you that much.
Nice.
Yeah, the roof was going to blow off that place at the second fight. When Jamie Hinshaw won against Kathy Robb, the place exploded. And I was like, this is the second fight on this card right now. And this place is ridiculously loud. So
Wow.
you got that to look forward to.
Yeah. Hey, is your nickname the Warrior Princess?
Yes.
Warrior Princess. Where did you get that nickname? Was it from the TV show?
From Zina, you mean?
Yes.
Many people call me like warrior, or I have some friend, they call me princess, and I don't like to call me princess. I say, no, I don't like, and just I mix, and I saw the movie also, Warrior Princess, because I like this movie also, and I love the music of this movie. So I say yes, Warrior Princess. Why not? It's very beautiful.
Perfect.
Well, she's a known badass, so I guess it fits, right?
Sorry, I don't understand.
I said she's a badass. She's like she's a tough girl, you know.
Big
So it
man.
fits. It fits. So we have a thing that we do with our guests that we bring on this show. We like to ask a couple like off the wall questions that have nothing to do with fighting. Are you willing to do this with us? We got a couple on deck for you here.
Okay.
All right.
It's fun. Don't worry.
It's fun. You'll have fun.
It's nothing crazy.
Everybody that's watching too, I threw her social medias down at the bottom. Her Instagram and TikTok and Facebook is there. Make sure that you are checking out the bottom of the screen and following Fani on all social medias. And we're going to do a speed round with the Warrior Princess herself. Here we go. Speed round. Question number 1. What is the number one thing that you want to do when you get to the United States other than fight?
Really, I want to go relax to sleep because big trip.
Yeah. Well, how long is the travel going to be from Thailand to Montana? Like 20 something hours?
Very big. I have to go. I have to wait in the Seattle 10 hours in airport.
Ooh, 10-hour layover in the Seattle airport.
Wow.
Ooh. Might want to get a hotel for about 8 of those hours.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have answer about this.
There you go. She wants to sleep when she gets to the United States. Number 2.
If you could take the place of a god or goddess from Greek mythology, who would it be?
I have to Athena.
Athena. Okay. And what's the other one?
Artemis.
What's
Artemis?
that one? What's Artemis? What's he the god of?
This is the god of. Sorry, I don't know how to say in English. Be careful, the animal, and she have arrow also in. I don't know how to say in English.
I think it's shapeshift. Can you shapeshift? Like turn into different animals and stuff, or
She can control animals?
I think it's a.
She take care. She take care animals. She like to take care.
Okay.
She's in forest.
Yeah. Okay. The goddess. You're the goddess of the forest, who likes to punch people in the face. Here we go.
So it's both is.
Oh,
I like
archery. The Strega says archery too. So.
Oh, we lost her.
We lost her.
Oh, Jesus. That was your fault.
Well, listen, I'm not
She'll
the
be
god
back.
of internet, so I don't know what I'm going to be able to do about this.
You know, one thing is in her connection, we were getting like a little bit of choppiness at times.
Yeah, she's
but
far away, man. She's real
dude,
far
we
away.
talked to her. We talked to Panda Banks. We talked to Nick Chapman. We talked to TJ Chang. We get really good reception with those guys over in freaking Thailand, man.
Yeah.
You know, the people, you know, Elvin Brito should talk to them about where they get their internet from.
Always hitting up, always busting on Elvin forever. I think it's going to be a joke forever is that anytime somebody has bad internet or anything, it's the Elvin Brito connection. You know what I'm saying? I love it. And if one time he came on with good connection, I didn't know how to handle it.
Yeah, I remember it was the last time we talked to him. We're like, what's going on here with your connection? You haven't fallen off or echoed or had a delay at all. And he was like, I got a new phone. Got a new phone.
So I just let her know she can jump right back in if she can. I'm not sure what happened. Who knows? Maybe there was a power outage. Maybe her phone battery died, or maybe she just lost connection. But for everybody watching right now, thank you for tuning in. Megan, Chevy, Monica, Big Ben, freaking thank you so much. We got the local ones already watching. I see him. He's chilling out. He's lounged out. He's got his legs. And here comes Fani. She's back in. Wait for a picture to come back. There she is. And she's coming back into the chat.
Bam. There you are.
Hey, what's up? You're back.
Sorry, I don't know my phone.
You forgot to charge your phone? Is that what happened?
Charge, but I don't know. It's closed.
No problem. No problem. This happens all the time, and that's the beauty of us having a live show. You never know what anybody's gonna say, do, whose phone's gonna die, who's gonna lay on the floor and tell us a story about getting punched in the face. Happens all the time. Fani, number 3 question for you. What is your favorite thing to do outside of fighting?
To be with my nephews.
Okay.
Nice.
Spend time with family. That's a good trait. Here we go. Number 4.
What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Chocolate.
Chocolate?
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with chocolate.
Yeah. Hey, guys, I just went to an ice cream social at my child's elementary school before I came here, where all the parents and all the kids get together and everybody acts like they love each other and everyone eats ice cream. And you know what I did? I ate all my kids' extra ice cream that they didn't finish because I'm that guy.
Yeah, you're like a
Yeah.
kid when you get there. I know.
I
What
am
that's all
like a
about.
kid. Amy was like, I'm going to take the boys to this ice cream social at this school. And I'm like, what do you mean you're going to take them? I think I'm down for something like that. She thought that I didn't want to go. Silly. Last question. What is your worst fear?
Worst fear. What does mean?
What
Something you're
scares you the most?
Yeah. Spiders? Are you afraid of spiders?
No.
Heights?
No, I just scared only to lose my family.
There you go. That's you're
You're a very wholesome person, Fani. Like a very nice person is.
Thank you.
Yes.
You are, and we loved having you on here. I mean, now if you were going to deliver a message to the American fans that have not seen a fight of yours, did not see BKFC Thailand 2, tell them what should they be expecting September 10th in Montana when you fight Britain.
They have to accept warrior because I am a warrior. So yeah, I think will be very good fight between us.
Awesome.
Should be.
I think so too. Should be a fun
You know
one.
what? I can't argue with that. If it's anything like your fight with Manfredi, if you and Britain fight each other the way you fought your last two fights, get ready for a technical show, everybody, because that's what they did in their last two fights. They both picked apart their opponent strategically and took home the wins in their last fights. And now they get to fight for the BKFC strawweight title on September 10th in Montana. Fani, thank you so much for coming on here. We'll give you an opportunity to say a few last words, and then we'll let you go for the night.
I just want to say, like, I am me. I know many people look me and not scare me, but because I am kind out of the ring, that's not mean I'm not. I will be kind in the ring also.
Fair enough. Straightforward and easy. This girl is right to the point. We're all looking forward to safe travels, all that traveling from Thailand to Montana and a 10-hour layover in Seattle. Good luck with all of that. Get rest when you get here, and good luck in your fight. Mike, what else you got?
Nope. Thank you so much for coming on. You seem like a very kind and fun person. Can't wait to see you fight. Britain Hart is coming on next. Britain Hart Beltran. So if you want to stick around, and watch this interview, please do.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. Have a good day. Thank you. All right. There he is. She is Fani Peloumpi. Did I say it right? Peloumpi?
I think
Fani
that's
Peloumpi.
better than what you said the first time around. That's what
I couldn't, dude. I try to practice these fucking names, Mike. You know what I didn't do the entire time I was talking to her? Swear.
What didn't you do? Swear, but then you just did right now.
I said badass. I said badass to her.
Yeah, you did, but that's all right.
But I just dropped an F-bomb the second she got off the show.
It was the kindness. Her kindness.
Yeah, she's too damn nice for me to be dropping F-bombs. But you know what? I'm ready to let loose with the next with the next two guests. I'm ready to let it rip here. Thank you very much for Fani Peloumpi for coming on. She's going to be fighting our next guest, the 5-3, one of the faces of BKFC, one of the most popular fighters on the roster. She's coming off a win against Beck Rollins. She got that redemption fight back, and she'll be fighting for the inaugural BKFC strawweight title in Montana. Everybody knows her and loves her. Her name is Britain Beltran. What's happening?
Hey guys.
There you are, Britain.
What's up?
Everyone loves me.
Yeah, well, everybody that watches this show loves you, at least,
No, this is what matters.
I don't really know many people who don't like you, so
good.
And if they don't, then they're fucking stu nods, and that's all.
right.
You
Right.
Give them one of these.
Exactly. We've actually been looking at walkout songs. We put a lot, like everything I do, I put like so much thought and effort into like the things I'm doing. But for the walkout song, one of them was like the song, the ones that like me, love me. I was like, oh my God, that would be so perfect to walk out to.
You know what I'd walk out to if I was a fighter? The
What?
Sopranos theme song. Woke
Oh,
up this morning, got yourself a gun. I'd get that one. And then I'd walk out like this. Hey.
oh,
Oh.
that's good. I like that. That would be cool. I know a lot of people out there really want me to do the Bret Hart, the greatest there ever was theme
The
song.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just not feeling it, guys. But I have so many people say that they would be like pumped up and jumping out of their seats if they heard it. But you gotta feel it. Like there's a lot of things that I do that are seriously strictly and only for the fans. And then there's some things like, you really gotta have it be meaningful to you because then it's not real.
Are
You
you a
know.
Bret the Hitman Hart fan at all? Were you a WWE, WWF fan?
I mean, to be honest with you, I do have a lot of his merchandise and like socks, but it was kind of like one of those kids growing up that like Miami Dolphins just because it's a dolphin. So
Nice.
it was kind of like I liked him because he was pink and had the heart with the wings and you know for probably selfish shallow reasons. But I didn't really follow it that much. I didn't have TV growing up. I didn't have a TV until I was 14 years old. So I felt like very sheltered and like missing from like pop culture and like things like that were on TV. So I never really did get into it. My husband though loves it. And so he fills me in on a lot. So I feel like more knowledgeable and up to speed on old WWE antics.
Nice. He's teaching you the golden era. That's good.
Yes.
Britton, last time we talked to you, you were coming off a victory against Beck Rollins. You told us you were going to take some time off. You're going to take some time to yourself and settle down and figure out what you want to do and then come back stronger than ever. And then boom, that wasn't that long ago. And all of a sudden we're fighting in September it was the world. They offered a belt and you were like, fuck it. I'm out. I'm in. Let's do it.
I know. I know you guys saw me. Like, this is kind of cool. We get to share this because you actually saw, like, and I try to never change, like, what you see is what you get. But you saw, like, a really real and raw Britain when I came back in that room. I was adrenaline dumping. I just got out of my fight. And I was just so mentally rattled by just everything, just like life, some of the personal pitfalls I had to go through this year, you know, um, just fighting and then the physical, mental wear and tear, social media, blah, blah, blah. The list continues. So really that's where I was at. We go back to Virginia and I'm like, thank God, 2 weeks. And we're just, oh man, life is so much better. It was definitely what was needed to happen. I shut off social media completely. I was off it, I think, for a full 7 days. I even uninstalled the app off my phone. So it was like no temptation. And that time was really good and really well needed. So then when I turn my phone back on, I get this call. I'm like, wow, I am such a bad person. Like I look at Joey and I'm like, and he doesn't even, I don't even have to make a debate. I didn't even have to put up like a speech. He was just like, this is what our job is and this is what, greatness calls for. We don't get the liberties to be like, we'll do it in a while. Like when you get those opportunities, that's what being a fighter and life is all about, is like not letting those opportunities slip by just because you don't think it's the right moment. And again, it's kind of funny because I tell everyone, you get things when you're not looking for it. Like love, you find when you're not looking for it. Well, I've been begging for this 115. I've been begging for a title, and bam, when I didn't want it, not looking for it, it just falls in my lap. And so, yeah, I couldn't pass it. I couldn't pass it up. And I'm so glad that I didn't. And it shows you everything happens for a reason, because this has honestly been one of the best camps I've had in terms of mentally, how I feel about myself The people around me, I've been really happy. My heart feels at ease with a lot of things.
It's great. You gotta I mean, this is your fourth. What is weird about your career, right? You're 5-3. You're gonna have your ninth fight. 4 of them now will have had a title on the line, right? When you fought
Yeah.
Beck the first time,
Yep.
both times you fought Christine, and now Fani, you're 4 out of 9. That's a wild fucking percentage there. Like
Yeah.
almost half your fights are title fights.
Yeah. And it's so, it's both sad to me and like a lot of pressure on me because it's like, if you hang around the barbershop long enough, you're going to get your hair cut. I really believe in that. And it's like, I really believed in that on like the third time is a charm. So now I know what that feeling is like to be like so sure of something and then have it like just barely taken from you. So this fight has a lot more fire and passion. And, I'm also a nice person and I feel like, I try to be very giving and caring and respectful as long as it's given back. And I'm really in the mind, frame that it's do or die, go hard or go home. And, I hate to put those parameters on it, but it's really where I'm placing it right now, to be honest.
I remember talking to you. It wasn't the last time you were on, and I don't think it was even the time before that. So it was probably 3 appearances ago. And we had asked you, I forget what the question, we were doing like a this or that, or would you rather like get a tattoo on your forehead or missing your front teeth? It was something like that, right? It was that episode. And you mentioned the 115-pound division then. And you were like, I really should be fighting at 115, but there is no 115 pound championship. There's no division. So I just have to go up and weight, and fight people who are coming down from their 140s and shit. And you've been battling them and you've been doing great. And here we are, fast forward to the present here, and you're getting this shot against a 115-pound champion from Thailand, which is even crazier, right?
Right.
And going to Montana, where they have supposedly the loudest crowd that anyone in a lot of people in the BKFC said they had the loudest crowd they've ever heard. So you're in for an awesome friggin' event.
Wow, that's exciting. I didn't know that. So I learned something new today too. That really is amazing. It pumps me up. I figured, I have been to Montana before. So shout out to all my people that are there. I do love it. And I'm in love with this state. It's been quite a while, but fun fact, I did go there for a rainbow trout fishing trip. So
Nice.
I do some pretty crazy, wild things, and it's very evident. But anyways, I loved it. It was beautiful. So that's going back to this walkout song. I've really been trying to think of like what represents Montana. Like, are they more rock? Are they more country? Like, this is such a tough one, but I care so much about making an impression, being in Montana, like solely for Montana, and of course all the fans watching at home, but I really, really want to identify with them. So hearing that they're so loud, and I've heard through the grapevine I can be rather loud sometimes, so it just matches the energy. I'm so excited to be there.
You should throw out a post or something like, hey, people from Montana, what do you call them? Montanians? What do you call them? Montanians?
Hey, Tony Montanians.
Tony Montanians. Tell them to Tony Montanians to, what's your favorite song? Boom, and get a whole bunch of them in there. You'd probably get a whole bunch of people responded to that.
Yeah, that'd be great. I need to do that. It's been kind of crazy, but I think in these weeks where I'm just miserably like sitting around waiting, or being a fighter now and actually sitting in the sauna, I can put that out there.
Sitting in the sauna for the first time in your life. Probably not. I'm just joking, but this is like the first time you really have to cut weight. What did you think? We were just talking about loud arenas, and this past weekend we were down in Albuquerque, and I'm going to tell you right now, if you get an opportunity to fight in Albuquerque, go down there and do that, because that place was just out of control fun. The whole city was so down for this event. It was freaking nuts. It was so loud. The crowd was crazy. The main event, you have a lot of familiarity with these girls that were in the main event. What did you think about the way the main event played out? Do you have any words to say about either one of the fighters in it? Talk a little bit about this thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's unfortunate that it happened, because you do hear some things in the social media, like with the wolf tickets and a lot of like different perspectives and opinions out there. But I would really like just try to like I do have a lot of personal opinion. I do have like a lot of personal beef, but just keeping it very black and white, like very factual. I don't think this is BKFC's fault. I think it's actually pretty sad and sucks that BKFC has to play like damage control on this, because the fact is that Taylor had gone in the ring with three people that, you know, may or may not have been ready for professional fighting at that time, like certainly not bare knuckle, or they were just doing a very short notice, not going into it. But, when she was in there, she made the statement, none of these bitches are going to get in my way. So she made a pretty like powerful statement on, not, hey, I want the belt. It's my dream come true. It was none of these bitches. So there's that. She took the belt off of Misfit during an interview. And, I hear through the grapevine that whole thing was planned out, that both of them were in cahoots on it. I don't know if that's true, but, again, sticking to facts on what we see online, she took the belt off of her in the middle of an interview and supposedly almost went to jail. I do know for a fact she refused to take a fight and said that she was only fighting Christine for the belt. So with all that being said, she really wanted it. And she made a post, and it's out there for the public world to see, that even BKFC told her that she wasn't ready for that fight. And that was made apparent. I almost thought it was like, I thought it was kind of cool of her to be so real and transparent that her own promotion was saying that she wasn't ready for that fight, but she still begged for it. I feel like, there's no, hey, I'm going through emotional, personal problems. Hey, I'm going through an injury. There's none of that. And she went in the ring very confident, very, full of herself. And it wasn't 20 seconds. And she said, I can't. She said that she doesn't want to continue. I think that, the backlash on her corners, I think, come on, like, this is something because of her actions, because of what she said, because of the factual things that you just would not expect a fighter to do or say. Like, maybe, she needs a push of like encouragement, like, get your ass back out there and fight the fight that you've been begging and telling the world about. And, her eye wasn't swollen. I know that she said she couldn't see. We see bare knuckle fights all the time where the eye's like completely swollen, where it makes sense a fighter would not be able to see. We've seen tons of fights where your face is cut and those cuts are close to your eye and there's blood dripping down your face. And I just don't think when we look at her face that she was cut or bruised or battered to say that this is too much for me. So I think, that as a corner looking out, I would be looking at my fighter like, well, they're not showing like super signs of damage. They just fell down and are saying they can't do it anymore. She gets back up, the ref doesn't stop it. She stops it. She puts her hand up and gives her back. And, at the end, what I could say, everyone thinks Misfit's such a class act. I definitely have my own personal opinion on it. But, to me, it's like, you just don't go out there. The best analogy is like a swimmer, that's looking at the pool and saying, you dirty, filthy pool, you suck ass. Like, you need to be clean. You're disgusting. And I'm going to whoop your ass. And then you jump in the water in the pool and do 20 seconds, which isn't enough to do a lap, but you do 20 seconds and then you get out of there and you say, I can't do it. And then it's like, but I'm still a professional swimmer, right? And it's like, no, you're not a professional swimmer if you do that type of, behavior. Like, and that's just, it's hard because we do live in a world that's full of participation trophies. Everybody wants an award, everyone wants a ribbon, and we want to be positive, but there are sometimes that there's certain behaviors that I feel like, you know, if you're going to talk that talk, I think the best thing to do, you know, is to walk it. And if you don't, like, own up, like, I'm really sorry for my shitty performance. Not, well, I'm a warrior for just stepping in there. It doesn't really work that way in real life for people that work, and not like just work, because everybody works, right? We all put in work, whatever that trade may be. But to those that work hard, to those who don't get participation trophies, for those that don't get ribbons or letters of recognition, like, being a fighter is like really embodying the no quit,
Yeah.
you know, symbol. Like, you're a symbol for people that can't quit. And you know, I think with Misfit, you know, she's like, I promise, whatever. But to me, it's like, own it. Like, you said in a statement, you were going to make her bow down. Like, that was your whole quote and whole thing. You were gonna daughter her. And now it's like, it's okay. You did your best. Like, you know, I don't know, but I think, you know, it was nice of her. It was, you know, that's what, you know, that's her MO, is to talk a lot of shit, be really mean to you, and then after the fight, try to, you know, build you back up and lift you up.
I do like your take on the corner. I know her corner's taking a lot of heat about telling her to turn around and go back in there after she said she can't. Like you said, they had just gone through how many months of camp with her. They know how tough she is. They know how mentally tough she is usually in the gym. And then to see her act like that in that moment, they might have known, this ain't you. Just fucking turn around and keep going.
Right.
You
Like,
know what
that
I
was
mean?
bizarre.
And
Like, you
instead
better
of
smack
everyone
me.
shitting on her corner, everyone's saying her corner's trash for what they did. But you know what? They
And
don't.
that's so sad for them. I feel so bad, because, you know, it's not fair, you know, it really isn't. And that's all we can do. We can't get too upset, but I've seen it. I've seen people throwing so much shit on BKFC and so much shit on our corners. And it's just, like you said, like, it's really unfortunate and not fair to them for really trying to give her the bet, like, exactly what she asked for in a moment. Like, again, guys, like, check this out. Bruises, scars, even broken bones, they heal, they fade, they go away. But quitting is like a forever thing. You can never erase that.
It's a tough thing to come back from.
Yeah, that definitely sucks. That definitely sucks. What I was gonna say, sorry, Kyle, to butt in there. Maybe they were stunned too. Right.
Yeah.
Like, in the moment, because it happened quick. So we were going to find a spot. We were standing on one side of the ring, and for most of the night, we were watching the fights from one area. So we were like, let's start walking, because they announced the fighters, and we're walking around to get to the other side. And before we could even make it halfway around the ring, there was the moment where everyone yelled because Christine, people thought she got hit. I think she actually tripped. I watched the replay. It looks like she trips, right? So when that happened, everyone yelled. So we stopped and we were like, oh shit, did she just catch Christine? And we started watching. And then seconds later, you know, after a barrage of punches, Taylor's on the ground and she's yelling out of the ropes. And I mean, it happened so fast that her corner is probably like, oh shit, like, what the fuck? And she's yelling at them, I want to stop. And they're probably like, what? Like, what the fuck just happened? What are you saying? You want to stop?
Get back in
you want to stop? What? Like, oh
right.
shit. And then, you know, Big Dan, was it Big Dan? Come on, get up, let's go. So she turns around. He doesn't know what she's saying because he wasn't paying attention.
And
then know, she's like, I guess I'll keep going. And then boom, then she's back on the ground again. So
right,
yeah, it's a fast. It happened like that, and the crowd was screaming like loud.
I heard. Trust me. You know, it's like you want to feel sorry, but then at the end of the day, it's like I feel really sorry for like the fighters that are out there that are like, unfortunately, there's not a lot of limelight on it, but they're literally taking these fights because they need money. Like, they need the money to feed and support their family, you know? And I don't think that those fighters should ever hear anything, because, you know, it should be pretty evident why they're in there. And, you know, they're going in there, they're trying, it is what it is. But, you know, in that instance, it's just kind of like, you know, you brought something up too with the ref. Like, why are we talking about the corner? I mean, it's not the ref's fault either, but I mean, if a ref is in the ring and sees a fighter going down saying, I can't, why isn't the ref over there waving it off, being like, no, this fighter does not want to continue? You know, it was a very bizarre and, just like you said, fast, like like we say in bare knuckle, we try to like really promote the sport. So taking a positive out of this terrible negative is like, don't blink because you don't know what you're gonna miss. That was wild. It very much was.
And
And
it's
hey guys, it was a good lesson. It's a lesson on what not to do.
right. And you know what? Right. This is a lesson for Taylor. It's a lesson for everyone. But and like you were circling back to what you said about the BKFC taking heat about the matchmaking, right? The matchmaking. Okay. I have had to explain this to a bunch of people, and if you step back and look at the roster of women that they have in that division right now, you just fought Beck, so you're not available right now. You also just fought Christine. Rachel Ostovitz only fought once. Martina Kroll's only fought once. Everybody in the division doesn't make sense except for the only girl that has 3 wins and 0 losses on her record. And she just happens to be screaming for that fight and, ripping a belt off her shoulder to try to make that fight happen. BKFC was basically put into a position where they could not make any other fight in that division other than Taylor, unless they were going to go outside the organization and find somebody or bring back Helen Peralta or whatever. It was Taylor.
She wasn't ready.
It was Taylor or no one. Helen Peralta was in the Ultimate Fighter at the time. So really, you know what I mean? Like, you could shit on matchmaking all you want, but it wasn't matchmaking. They didn't have any other option at the time. And people want to see title fights, and Christine wants to defend. So she needed an opponent. They had an opponent. They made the fight. Unfortunately, it happened the way it happened. It doesn't matter. The event was awesome. You got a fight coming up September 10th. Fani Peloumpi. Unbelievable opportunity for you. I just wanted to say before we're going to do a speed round with you and then let you get going. We hung out with your coach all day on Sunday.
Oh yeah, he's great. Awesome.
Yeah, that guy, you know what he didn't know? He didn't know what a dollop of daisy was, that son of a gun.
Oh man. Wow.
Yeah. He goes, "What's that?" I go, "A dollop of daisy, like sour cream." He goes,
"Yeah,
that's some up
do a
north."
dollop.
Do a dollop. Yeah, go ahead. Keep singing. He's probably watching. Let him hear it.
No, but it immediately comes in my head when I hear it. I can't do it now. Look, you guys made me blush. Wow.
Yeah. He swore to God he's never heard of that before in his life. I'm like, you're fucking lying.
He said it's a northern thing. So we started asking people in the airport. It's us three. It's me, Kyle, and freaking Ryan Perez. We're walking through the Atlanta airport in a restaurant down asking people, "Hey, do you know Dollop of Daisy? You know Dollop of Daisy?" So
they say yes.
"Yeah, I know." Some
ladies like, "Yeah, have a dollop of Daisy." And the lady,
and she got mad at us because it got stuck in her head.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Ryan's a piece of work, and you guys seem to be gelling well. Your last fight was amazing, and a lot of people, people are critical about everything, and they were like, "Oh, it was a boring fight." It was a technical fight, and you really put on a show. And I can't wait to see what you do against Fani on September 10th. Let's ask you some questions and get you going. All right.
Yeah, we'll never not have the speed round, so always be ready for it.
I know.
Because
I remember last time you didn't have it, and I was like, "Wait, where's where is this?"
You got mad. I'm just gonna say that was my fault. Okay. Number 1 for you, Britton. What is the last song that got stuck in your head?
Do a dollop.
Yes, do a dollop a day.
Yeah. Right. Be careful what you wish for. Favorite board game?
Oh man, Clue for sure.
Oh, okay. Man. Taking old school.
Old school. That's a long game too. Number 3, when you're on an airplane, aisle, window,
aisle. No, wait. Why did I say window? I'm the one with the window.
So you can lean up against the wall and sleep.
Definitely. That is number 1 reason why. Number 2, I really do love, still this day never gets old, I love takeoff and landing and just kind of like looking and being like, what is that? Is that a mall or like, is that the Great Lakes? I don't know.
Yeah. No, it is cool. It's fun.
All right.
I like the aisle.
Number 4.
What songs make you sing along whenever you hear them? What are your favorite? You have to sing them.
I know that's 2 total contrasts, but probably any Disney song I will immediately sing along. Like my kids gotta like, especially Paris, she'll be like, "Stop, Mom, I want to sing it." And I'm like, "No, it's so catchy though," and I'll still end up singing it. But probably some classic rock songs are hard to not sing along to, and then Disney songs.
Nice.
My kids were watching
hair bands and Disney.
Encanto tonight. They were watching.
Yeah,
They were
what
watching
about
Encanto.
Bruno? How can you
It's-
not sing that?
it's full, man. It's full. And what is the worst song you ever got stuck in your head?
Do it all up.
Hey, how about this one? This was stuck in my head for half of my 2012 deployment. Hey, I just met you, and this
And
is
this is
crazy.
Oh my God, that's
But here's my
right.
number.
Here's my number.
Oh, I
Oh
love
my
that
God, dude! I
song.
couldn't get it
Listen.
out of my fucking head. It was on the radio all the time during that deployment. It was crazy.
That song was absolutely ridiculous at that time. It came on all the time, but then people started making YouTube videos to the music video, and there was just so many things. And I was like, how is this happening? Like, it's everywhere.
I still actually reference it when I like look at my friends or like whatever, and I want them to call me. I say, I'll sing the song and do the whole emotions. Like still to
Oh,
this
man,
day,
that's
I'm
funny.
pretty sure I do it at least monthly.
Oh man, that's
that
great.
does remind me of deployment so much. Like
It sure does,
Oh
man.
my God, that and Gangnam Style, Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
That was on that deployment too.
Oh yeah, all
You know
the
what,
time.
You know what other shitty song was? Is Thrift Shop by Macklemore.
Yes, that. Oh God, I can't stand that song.
Anyways, Britton, as always, you deliver every time you come on the show. Thank you for your insight on the main event the other night. Thanks for talking about your training going into this and, you know, your 2-week vacation from fighting. And
It was great.
and we'll give you a second, say a few final things, and you can give us a prediction if you want.
Yeah, I just really, again, I want to say thank you to you guys for making me smile and laugh. My coach and team and just my family and friends that are behind me, really making like this career and just my life so worthy. I definitely want to give a big shout out to Big Ben and Hannah from Canada. She's the best. I'm really considering on hiring her as like a mental coach. So
She's
There
right
she
there.
is.
the best. Yeah. So it keeps me in check. So I'm super happy that I have all these people that are like just so much of my heart, like really, really are. And then even in Montana, you know, the people that are coming out, like I would never imagine that anyone would come out there to see me fight. I was just expecting to meet a whole bunch of new fans and friends and family out there. But instead, you know, I'm going to have that too. But I have some other people that are traveling up there that believe in me. And that's everything in the sport, you know, and just really wanting to deliver on that. Like that's all. I know, you know, Fanny's a warrior and we're both seem to be super caring and respectful, hardworking female athletes. So to be the main event and a headline as two very strong females, you know, she's the current 115 champ. I really just am so thankful for it. I feel like, you know, again, like most things in our life, everything leads up to this moment. And I'm ready again to lay it out on the line for the world to see.
There it is. September 10th, Britton Beltran versus Fani Peloumpi for the inaugural BKFC strawweight title. Best of luck. We can't wait to see you. We will not be making this trip because the Army is making us do things that day, but we will be watching. Best of luck to you. Mike, you got anything else?
I just want to say hi, Joey, and thank you, Britton.
Yeah, he's back there. I'm like trying to shield. I'm like, I don't know if people want to. Maybe it's
I
like
saw his
special
hand. I saw his
scenes.
hand at
You
one
know,
point.
all
right.
naked in bed.
Thanks for coming on. As always, we'll see you soon.
See you guys.
All right,
Later.
bye.
Bye.
All right, that was Britton Beltran, and we have one more guest for the evening, man. Appreciate her insight on that main event, man. You know, a person like herself sitting at the top of that division, she's down at 115 now, but she's still number one ranked at 125. So you got to appreciate her insight on that. We have a guy. We got a guy. We got a mook that's about to come on this show here that stole the show over the weekend. I mean, there was a lot of things going on, but you know, who let the dogs out, my friend? You know what I'm saying? For some reason, dogs played a big role in the BKFC this Albuquerque weekend, and he got his victory. He is now 3-0, and he is the Loco one himself, Tony Loco Soto, in the motherfucking house.
Back for more.
What's good? Oh shit! Man, what's going on, guys? You guys doing all right?
Hey.
We're doing great tonight. We had a couple fucking warriors back to back there. Had a lot of things to say. I know.
I was just playing some fucking Mortal Kombat while you guys are chit chatting over there.
I see you.
How you playing Mortal Kombat with a dislocated thumb? What's up with that?
What do you mean? That's it,
Oh,
bro.
you're good. You're good.
He's all better.
Oh,
I'm built different, bro. Like, you know, my pinky's been dislocated before. You know, the thumb, the doctor popped it in. You know,
the thumb.
It's a thumb. I got two of them.
Look at his thumbs. His thumbs are good. Yeah, look at them things. Kyle, come on. That was like freaking 4 days ago. What do you think?
It's a little sore. It's not even swollen or nothing. It's pretty good. It's not 100%. It's my nose more than anything. That headbutt, I think, broke my fucking nose.
Oh, ouch.
You know, when we were there, you know, like we saw you that night. We talked to you that, but for everyone that's watching, we were watching from the arena, and when it happened, we were like, "Oh shit!" Did he just get? I thought he got poked in the eye. I thought like he reached back and like poked you in the eye.
Some people thought it was a spinning back fist too.
Yeah. I thought like maybe his thumb hit you in the eye or something, but it was a headbutt, and that you think it broke your nose, huh?
Oh, it was pretty fucking bad. Like I said, when that shit hit me, right? I seen stars and galaxies and different planets, like the universe. I couldn't see straight at all. And when the fucking ref tried to stop it and bring me to the doctor, I was like, no, I'm good. Because that motherfucker would go like this, I would have been like,
your eyes would start going like this.
You know, so yeah.
Marv, how many fingers am I holding up? Ooh, 8.
You got a package of hot dogs.
So, hey, let's take it back right to the beginning of the weekend, right? And you get to Albuquerque, your corner's there, you do the weigh-ins, and before the traditional weigh-ins, or not the traditional, but the ceremonial rather. And you had a plan going up there. What was that plan? What was the plan? And tell us how it played out here.
Well, it brewed. Let's just put it this way. So the real weigh-ins that were at Myers were scheduled at. So I ran into my opponent who was dressed up like fucking Rico Suave, and he had his little dog and whatever. He kept fucking coming up to me and like shaking my hand, like, oh yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, cool, yeah. And then the last time he came up to me, his fucking dog walked by me. I was like, that's his fucking dog? You got a dog with him? Really? I was like, I'm going to fuck that dog after I knock him out. So it just kept going through my head. I'm like, I'm going to say that to this motherfucker, and I'm going to break him before I break him. And nobody, like my wife was like, don't fucking say that. I was like, I'm going to say it. So it took everything in me in that weigh-ins when I went face to face with him, not for me to laugh.
You held it together pretty good, dude.
So I said, you know, after I knock you out, I'm gonna fuck your dog. And then I went up to his face and I said, that's the only bitch you will ever fucking have. That's my bitch now, bro. Bro, that dude, his fucking face dropped. I mean, if a person could turn into melted ice cream, that motherfucker was the gallon. Like,
that shit was crazy, man. And I was so Mike and I were on opposite sides of the stage during that weigh-in. So I'm over here filming it with a couple other media members over here. Mike's over there. So we were near each other to talk to each other about what the fuck just happened. So I got some random dude next to me, and I look at him, and he looks at me like, what the fuck just happened there? And I'm like, he had to say something like your dog can't fight for you or something like that. And then come to find out, you went a whole different direction. You went like, I was like blown away by it, but that shit went super viral.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about it. All the websites were talking about it, but then the fight comes around. Now everybody wants to see this fight. And you go out there and you pull off a victory. But that kid, you got to give him some credit, man. He was a tough fucking kid. He went out there and he battled with you. He headbutted you in the nose at one point, but I mean, from what I understand, hold on, Tony, from what I understand with this kid, and I didn't know too much about Josh Morales before this fight. I guess he was living in his van outside of Jackson Wink with that dog. So like this kid, so you telling him you're going to fuck his dog is like fucking his roommate, you know, or his girl, you know what I mean? Like him and his dog. Yeah, him and his dog are living in this van right outside of a gym. So the kid's like living out of his van, training at the gym, getting ready to fight you, and then come to find out his van gets broken into. He gets all his shit stolen. So him and his dog are like, no.
That's fucked up. I'm saying, damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that happened. That happened. So then he's got that shit going on. I'm not making excuses for them. And then you go up there and tell him you're gonna fuck your dog. I mean, you're gonna fuck his I was like, man, this poor kid is just like mentally fucking demolished right now.
So let's break down the fight a little bit. So when the bell went off and the first round went, everything that I've trained for kind of went out the window for a second, and everything that we talked about went out the window. I just wanted to end this kid. I wanted to put him out and fucking just make an example out of him. He had really good head movement. Caught me off guard with his movement, which was great. I seen he was trying to bait me in with an uppercut. He did land it twice. He was basically trying to draw me in. I'm more of a counter fighter, mid-range fighter. I like to come in and out and bait people and set traps myself. But for him, I was all fucking gears forward, and he took advantage of that in the first round, and I wasn't fighting my fight. Second round happened after I got headbutted. I felt a sense of urgency because I couldn't breathe out of my nose, and since we landed in fucking Albuquerque, I had chapped mouth, chapped lips, chapped ass. I mean, I was fucking dry.
You're 6,000 feet above sea level.
I was fucking dry, bro. I felt like dry. So my breathing techniques that I do, because I'm a cardio fucking machine. If you ever train with me, you would see I'm a fucking cardio machine. So I had to breathe out of my mouth, and we were doing different techniques inside the corner. You see, it looked like I was hyperventilating when I was actually trying to open up my lungs and breathe out slow. So when I went into that second round, I was like, yo. My coach before that
said, were you doing like the contracting your stomach?
Yeah.
That's
from the diaphragm, yeah.
The diaphragm breathing.
So my coach was like, you need to use your jab and your fucking lead hook. What are you doing? What happened? Boom. The jab was there. I was just fucking picking them apart after that. And that's all she wrote pretty much. That jab, I mean, I felt like I was faster than I've ever been. And I think it really showed. The speed was there. I was like a fucking piece of dynamite, bro. I was ready to explode. My blitzes were landing in the second and third round. But back to Josh Morales.
So wait a second. Are you happy with your performance now? Because when we talked to you the night of, you might have been in the heat of the moment, but you were not happy with your performance. And I talked to you after that fight. You were like, that was bullshit. I fucking sucked or whatever. That wasn't me out there and whatever. But I was trying to tell you, I'm like, dude, you were fucking doing your thing. You got him out of there in the third. Like, what do you want?
But the thing, I'm searching for perfection. That's the difference. I'm not trying to look good. I'm trying to be perfect. I'm trying to go in there and do what I see in my head, do what I do in the gym, do what we do when we train and the things we train for. See, that Loco shit, that's me. I am Loco, but I'm trying to be a perfectionist of my craft. That's the difference. So I will critique every little fucking thing I do that I don't like. I can have the amazing fight to the world, but to me, I can see all the holes that I fucking had. So that's the difference. I'm not searching to be the best. I'm searching to be perfect. And until I reach that fucking level, I'm never going to stop critiquing and shitting on myself.
Hey. That's the way you got to be. I don't think anybody makes it to the pinnacle of the sport or any sport if they're not trying to be a perfectionist always.
And you have to be you got to be your own harshest critic, right? That's what they say. You got to be the hardest on yourself. Now, and I found out one more thing about Joshua Morales.
Oh, I got something for you guys too. Go ahead.
Okay. He ended up in the hospital at 5 a.m. the following morning.
Yeah.
Did you know about that?
Oh yeah, I messed because I'm not a bad guy. You know what I mean? Nah.
Did you go visit him?
No, I messaged the guy. I said, "Hey, bro, you're a true warrior, and I respect you for stepping in there." And he fucking writes a paragraph, a letter, like he was in prison to me, and he says some shit that he had to bump up weight, and I cherry picked, and I didn't want to fight those other. I'm like, dude, what? Like I had salmonella. And somebody put something in my water, and I'm like, holy shit, this kid is fucking losing his mind.
Maybe.
Then he writes some other shit that, shit, I could read it. I wish I could just go through. He don't care if it takes 1,000 years. He'll have my head on a stick, and I took a picture of his dog without permission, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, holy shit. I
His
said,
dog
bro,
was a
just,
minor. Is that- what is this? The fuck?
The dog was a minor. Fucking Mike. Oh my god.
The dog has
the
to be at
fucking
least
mayor.
3 years old, human.
Oh my god.
3
to be
years
taking
old. Do you hear me?
pictures.
3 years
That's
old.
so he went in on you on a text message, huh? That's
He went in on me, yeah, and you know, like I try to show some love. You know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, listen, good shit. You know, you're a warrior. Try to big him up. You know, try to keep his confidence up because he is a tough kid, and I think he'd have his next fight. I think he'll do very well. You know, I try to be a nice guy behind the scenes. I'm not a fucking dick. You know, I'm a douchebag, but you know, I'm not a dick. There's a difference. But
I'm not a dick.
you guys know me, bro.
I'm a douchebag, but I'm not a dick. I'm not a dick. What'd you say? I'm a dick. I'm not a douchebag. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm a dick. I'm not a douchebag. But you guys know me, bro. I put out good energy. I'm a very I would say I'm a positive person, and I try to always smile and be a happy person, and you know, I try to take advantage of my opportunities, especially on the biggest stage. I always will. But
I mean,
moving forward,
you might be a little bougie in the old fucking Airbnb, but whatever.
nah,
Yeah.
fuck that. It's not bougie.
No.
Too
Not
good
bougie.
for us hotel.
You know what that is?
Us hotel folk, you're like, fuck you guys in your hotel room, you
Nah.
pieces of
It's
shit.
privacy and somewhere to train.
I know.
You know
I'm
what it
fucking
is?
with you. I'm fucking with you.
I'm somewhere where I feel comfortable.
Mhm.
I'm somewhere where I could walk around and not have to worry about having to talk to this guy, talk to this guy. Because I
Yeah,
don't
get
want to
away
talk to
from
no.
the riffraff, or get
I'm
away
not trying to
from
fucking.
the
I'm not trying to
nonsense.
rub elbows.
No
and-
distractions.
Like, bro, I let the hands do the speaking and let me be the product. I don't need to fucking be a cool guy over here, okay? You're gonna love me for who I am, my attitude, and the person that I am, and the show that I put on. You're not gonna fucking follow me because I can sit and have a good conversation and sell myself to you. No, my fights and my fucking interviews are gonna sell for me. But yeah, I'm a
What's-
little bougie.
What's next for Loco Soto? I mean, you're 3-0 now. I think all three of your fights have been within a year, right? All three of them within the last 12
No,
months?
the Josh Sykes was July 23rd of last year.
Okay, so
and
just over a year. You've been fairly busy for the BKFC. Now 3-0. You're comfortable in the 155-pound weight class. You even said to us last time you were on the show, or maybe 2 times ago, that you'd be comfortable to, or you'd be willing to try cutting down to 145 and fight some people down there. Chalbeck, you mentioned. What is next for you? What is next for Tony Loco Soto?
Well, to be honest, my friend, I really don't know. I'm like I said in the past, man. Whatever the wind blows, I go. I feel like the next fight has to be a big money fight, a name. A lot of people are throwing the Tom Schoaf name at, and I'm just over here obliging. Like, it sounds good to me, you know. I think that'll be a banger. I respect the fuck out of that dude, and I feel like I've earned it. I feel like I've earned my shot at the guy.
And he needs a fight. He hasn't.
But the only thing, and this is me being realistically here, and as a family man and as a provider, you know, I have to work. You know what I mean? And it'll probably be a 4-month period at least before I fight again. You know, at least January. I have to go back to work. I am a full-time correctional officer, and this is what I do. I'm a part-time fucking Mortal Kombat warrior. So, you know, I can't do it all at once. But if the money was, there, you know, I wouldn't have to be a correction officer. So that's I guess the goal that we work here towards. So if everything makes sense and, you know, the fucking planets align and all that bullshit, let's make it happen, man.
Before the fight, you had Chevy Bridges barking for you. Is that one still interests you? If say January comes around and
Yeah, I would love it.
Tom Schoaf is not available or not on the table for you, and they say, hey, we'll give you Chevy in January or February.
Yeah, I'm down. Well, the pen and the paper was signed. He just got hurt right after we signed. So me and him were supposed to fight. It was supposed to be an explosive fight, and I felt like that fight alone right there has fucking dynamite behind it. I mean, the kid brings the show. I bring the show, but
this is an interesting comment you're bringing out of somebody here. Titty bang. Interesting.
Well, see, that titty bang is rest in peace. My buddy Abed, that was his line. They wanted me to say that after the fight. Titty bang. That was something he used to say.
Oh,
way.
okay.
Okay, I thought that was the most random comment I've seen on the
Kitty
show. In a
bang. He
while.
says chimpanzee. That was the shit he used to say.
And that's why you were at the skate park that day?
Yeah, the
Okay.
memorial. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
But back to Chevy Bridges. You know, I like the guy. Me and him are relatively cool. We we talk on the phone sometimes. I feel like, you know, we have that mutual respect where it's like, you know, me and you are gonna fight one day and we'll put on a hell of a show. I think it would be awesome. You know, of course I know the outcome, but
And also Tony, and this is not a knock on Chevy. If you're looking for like a bigger money fight, or more eyeballs, more burn, Chevy, nobody really knows Chevy right now. Chevy needs to get a couple wins, or come back and get a win real quick, and then people might start talking. A you and Tom Show fight, or a you and Bobby Taylor fight. That makes more sense. Like, more people know these other guys. And like I said, nothing against you, Chevy. Chevy, you fought twice. You got hurt. You got to get back in there. Tony's now 3-0. I think Tom Show for Bobby Taylor. What do you think?
I know Bobby Taylor has a fight coming up. He already has one. I seen it in the comments. Tom probably got something lined up.
I don't know if he does.
So
yeah, but I'm sure he's not gonna wait. He's not gonna wait fucking to January. I'm sure of it.
That is a while. He has been putting up posts like twiddling his thumbs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking blow smoke. You know, opportunities come, they come. But realistically, I gotta worry about, at the moment, my health, my thumb, my nose, and that's about it. Yeah, financially, I gotta work.
You gotta work. Now, hey, Kevin Smith's in the comments, and he's saying that is a great fight. Kevin, we're not disagreeing with that. Him and Chevy would be.
I don't think he's talking about that, Kyle.
Oh, I thought he was talking about him and Chevy.
Yeah,
Chevy.
he said, "Open your fucking ears. Open your ears."
Yeah, Howie, it's a great fight. What a battle! Fight of the night. I think you're talking about
2 comments before Howie said Chevy's not a money fight.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
really, wow.
Yes, Howie says Chevy's not a money fight. Kevin says that would be a great fight. What a battle! Fight of the night. I have no idea.
You see that fight going?
It's a weird way to phrase it. What a battle!
Listen,
that sounds like something that already happened.
You can't see that.
You know what I'm saying?
There's no way.
He's foreshadowing.
I see.
You gotta look at the first of all. Look at the pace that I put up, the speed I have. I'm sorry, like there's not a lot of people who are gonna keep up with that shit. You're gonna have to be on your back pedal the whole way. So,
whatever happened to that dude that Chevy fought last, Plaziola? Was he like a one and done guy in the BKFC? Because
a lot of these guys are. They come in, they get a good fight, and then they hurt themselves and like, oh, this isn't for me.
Yeah, but I don't think he got hurt in that fight. He looked pretty good in that fight against Chevy. I feel like that would be another good one for you, man. That would be a good.
I think they fought at 145.
Well, eat a sandwich there, Plaziola.
Yeah, fucking bologna sandwich, 2 slices of cheese.
But dude, the weekend was amazing. What'd you think about the town of Albuquerque? We were talking about it earlier, man. Like, we've been to all the cities with you guys. You didn't like it.
Really?
It's too fucking. It was fucking. Everything was far. Every time I made a left, I was lost.
What do you think about the people of Albuquerque and the fight fans?
That place was lit, bro. It started off when I walked out. They were boo, and I was like, okay, we're gonna see. When I started fucking piecing that boy up, you heard that crowd, and that shit was driving me, bro. I mean, and then when I won, they fucking cheered me on. So that was like, you know what? That's a real fighting town. These motherfuckers want to see a fight.
People in that town really were excited. They were like excited when we were going around talking to people, and we would mention BKFC at the event center. They would like get genuinely excited. The hat that I'm wearing, the reason why I'm wearing this hat, we went to this bar. It was called the Local Brew House in Rio Rancho, and the owners were like so pumped to talk to us. So pumped that he bought a couple Mission Accomplished t-shirts off of me. Thank you very much for that, sir. And then he was like, I want to give you a hat. So he gave me this hat. So I figured I'd freaking throw it on and wear it on the show. I really appreciate him. And then he ran into us at the arena and just like ecstatic. And a matter of fact, Mike and I ran into another dude that he's from Sons of Liberty Gun Works, by the way. If you guys want to check that out, it's a badass gun company. He wanted to come to the show. He came, he saw, and he was blown the fuck away. And he made it a point to find me and Mike at the end of the night.
Loved it.
And he was like, yo,
he did love it.
He was like, dude, I knew about this shit.
Yeah.
But coming here live and seeing this, he goes, I cannot fucking believe what this was. And he was like, thank you so much for getting us to come out here tonight, man. Like, this was fucking outstanding.
Cool.
Unbelievable. Like, he was so. And then his wife, she was like, oh, thank you. And then she goes like this and fucking high fives the shit out of me.
They were souped up.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
They were souped.
They're fucking hype. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's definitely a fight town. I just feel like that the area just wasn't for me. You know what I mean? I'm so used to the city.
I can hear what you're saying at that part, because everything was a 20-minute drive away, like
ridiculous
to get to things. But
I mean, it was a 5-minute drive at a fucking hour and a half walk. Like, how does that make sense? Like,
and also the road systems were a little wonky. Like like driving, and then I'm like, what the fuck is this? All of a sudden, there's like a turn in the middle. There's like a road. The road splits, and there's like a turn down the middle of the two roads, but it goes this way. And I'm like,
yeah, I seen that one. Yeah,
I almost drove right into the fucking median there. It was crazy. The mayor was not happy. He was not happy.
Didn't like it.
We need to fix these roads.
Yeah, they better vote me in, and I will fix these roadways.
But yeah, man, it was definitely a pleasure this weekend. I can't believe I went viral off that.
Yeah, you're famous now.
That I wouldn't say famous shit, but I went viral on that. It was pretty cool. Some famous YouTuber made like a parody of me, and some people in UK fucking. I made the Daily News, whatever they call it, the Daily, whatever it is,
Daily Mail.
Daily Mail. I made that shit, and I was gonna do a podcast today, but they're gonna have me come on Friday.
Nice.
I don't even know, the half cab or the half leg. I don't fucking know.
That's like the TMZ of Europe, I feel like, of UK. The Daily Mail. Yeah.
That's badass, man.
Did you want to fuck a dog?
Yeah.
Drink some fucking tea. You say.
Speaking of
dog, I did say.
Speaking of dogs.
Your love for puppies. We have a fun speed round for you. It's called Puppy Love with Loco. All right. 5 dog-related questions for the Loco one. Number 1, rank these cartoon dogs best to worst. Scooby-Doo, Brian from Family Guy, Santa's Little Helper from The Simpsons, and Snoopy. Best to worst.
Best to worst. The best is Brian, of course. Then you got Scooby. And then you got to go Santa's Little Helper, that little badass motherfucker. And then, Snoopy is a lazy son of a fucking bitch, always laying on top of the fucking house. He's a fucking mutt. He pisses in his own house. That's why he sleeps on top of it.
He's stupid.
He's a fucking, he's a stu not eater. He shits and pisses inside of his own fucking house. That's why he lays on the top.
Do you know that so Snoopy, the cartoon, right? It started because of the war, didn't it? Like, they started that because of, I think it was World War II, maybe, and he would fly the plane and shit and fucking fight the Red Baron. Yeah. I think it was it World War II? Anyways,
that's crazy.
Yeah, how weird is that?
No, I had family who fought in World War II. They were one of the first Puerto Ricans in the Air Force. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Thank you for your service to your family. Us military guys love that shit. Number 2.
Yes, sir.
How do you like your hot dogs?
Okay, now this is the thing. It's got to be fucking Nathan, because Nathan's comes from Coney Island. The dogs, what you do is you don't boil the dogs. And if you boil the dogs, you got to boil them in Old English because it has that malt taste. But what you do is you thaw them out. You put them motherfuckers on a skillet with a little bit of butter, and you roll them real nice and slow until it gets about my skin complexion, and then you're good to go.
Do you put mustard, ketchup, any of that stuff on there?
You put it all on. You got to put the sauerkraut, the sauteed onions, the spicy brown mustard, and the fucking ketchup. And if you're feeling real fucking frisky, you throw a little bit of hot sauce on it,
Wow.
I love it, Tony. You're right up my alley. You got to bring an extra shirt because you're guaranteed to drop some shit on your shirt. So you got to wear an extra shirt. Down the hatch. Can you rap a little bit of a Snoop Dogg song for us?
You gotta try to take yourself
Drop
out
it
of the
like it's
conversation.
hot. Drop it like it's hot. When
Oh,
it
okay.
ain't trying to get at you, pocket like it's hot, pocket like it's hot, pocket like it's hot. I got the
Nice.
rolling them on because I'm rolling Sean Dawn, and I got the flash because I got it going on.
Nice job, man. Nice job.
That was good, guys. All right.
Number 4. If you were a breed of dog, which breed would you be and why?
A fucking Jack Russell.
Jack Russell.
And why?
Because I'm fast and I fucking love to fucking.
That's really what the fuck, huh? Hey, motherfucker,
Oh
what?
shit, Jack Russell, because I love to fuck. What's a Jack Russell? What's a movie that a Jack Russell was in? Is that like the one that
Wishbone?
Wishbone? I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't fucking know what that is.
The kids movie, bro.
Kids got okay. Last question for you. Why are cats such assholes?
Their fucking nickname's Pussy. What do you think? I'd be an asshole too if you called me a fucking pussy every day. You fucking pussy. Yeah, I mean,
you
pussy.
know. All right, man. That was fun. Loco, man. Congratulations on your win this weekend. You moved to 3-0. You took minor damage. You look great in the process. The trajectory keeps going up for you. You went viral. You threatened a dog. It was a big weekend for you. Say some final words and we'll let you get up out of here.
Once again, I do appreciate you guys. You guys are my fucking guys. You already know that. I could talk about fucking a squirrel eating a nut out of a butt, but you guys. But this journey that I've been on, it's a beautiful journey. And win, lose, or draw, I'm still gonna talk shit. I'm the king of talking shit and backing it up, and people start realizing it. This is no shots towards him, but that whole aggressive Lorenzo Hunt shit, that shit's whack, bro. You need to be on that Loco Soto shit, bro. People will love you, not fear you. Be loved, not feared.
There it is, man. Tony fucking Loco Soto taking the world by storm
And listen,
this weekend.
If anybody fucks with Mike and Mish, I'm gonna shit in your shoes and you're gonna mud stomp around town. All right, don't fuck with my guy.
All right, we love you, Tony. Mike, you got anything?
Nah, man, it was great having you on the show again. Love catching up with you. Can't wait to see you next time. I am just fucking chomping at the bit to see who you're gonna fight.
Turn your face into chopped meat.
There it is. All right, brother. Take it easy. We'll talk to you soon.
Peace.
Later. Dude.
Tony
Soto. Our guy, Tony Soto. Fucking love that guy. I'll tell you right now, he's got great energy. Awesome guest tonight. Fani, Britton, Tony. We were putting their referral codes up at the bottom of the screen all night long. But guys, if you didn't notice at the beginning of the show, Mike and I have our own referral code now. So if you got any friends that want to buy the app and they want to help us out, you can help the fighters out. Absolutely help the fighters out all day long. You can help us out too. It's only $4.99 for the app. The app is unbelievable. You get fucking event after event after event. Like right now, we're dead smack in the middle of 4 straight weeks. They had yeah, what was it, dude? What was the last?
You know what's so funny is right now watching you try to remember stuff while we're talking here, and then my brain just goes dead.
You know what it is?
We did not sleep on Saturday night. So when the fights ended and everybody was like, wow, it's crazy, and they went to bed, and then Sunday came, we never slept. We just went right through, and then we had to travel from 4 o'clock in the morning till 6 p.m. I didn't get home till 6 o'clock. Kyle didn't get home till what, 7?
Yeah, after 7. Yeah, man, it was like we didn't sleep Saturday to Sunday. It was there was no event, awake, plane, and we got to spend the whole week, the whole Sunday with our boy Cheat Code over there.
It was London though.
It was London,
yeah,
Albuquerque, and now Thailand 3, and then Montana. That's 4 events in a row in 4 weeks for $4.99. Are you kidding me? Get out of here with that shit. That's insane. It's insane. We tell everybody, man, we all, we love the UFC, we love boxing and all that stuff too, but this is the best bang for your buck that you will ever get in combat sports, and I'm not blowing smoke. It's crazy. And if you can get to one of these things live, it'll open your eyes, dude, for real.
It'll change everything. So when every event we go to, I always talk to all the security that's around because they're like some of the only people who are already in position waiting when the whole arena is empty and they're just waiting to open the doors. And I go up to each person and say, "Hey, you ever cover one of these before? You ever see this before? You know, anything like that?" And they're, obviously these people never covered it, but I'm like, "Hey, you ever been? Have you ever seen one of these before?" And they're like, "No, never." Everyone always says no, right? And I was like, "Oh man, you're in for a treat. You're gonna love it." And then they're like, "Oh, I'm excited. I'm really excited." I'm like, the guys that are outside and they have to be out there. They suck. They're gonna have to miss everything. They're gonna be standing out there. They're gonna miss the whole show. So I end up going back around later after a few fights and go, "What do you think?" And every time they're like, "Holy shit, this is the real deal." Like I talked to probably 7 people, security guards that were all around the inside of that arena. Every single one of them are fans now. They all love it.
It really was. It was the night alone, like the weekend was great. Like I said, we can't say enough about the city, but like I got to run. I ran into Karate Hottie Michelle Watterson and her husband, and I had a conversation with them, and they were cool as fuck. And we got to exchanging information with them, and maybe we'll have her on the show soon. Diego Sanchez, got to hang out with him for a while. Leonard Garcia. Let me tell you something about Leonard Garcia. This guy is one of the nicest, best dudes on the planet, and he just happens to be one of the most savage warrior fighters that like we ever saw fight. We go pulling into the hotel. We park our rental car over here, and a pickup truck parks like behind us in the dark over here. And we get out of the car, and whoever it is in the truck gets out of the truck, and he's like, "Oh, hey, look who it is. Look at these guys over here," and whatever. So we turn around, and he's in the shadow. We're like, "Who is that?" And it's fucking Leonard Garcia. He comes over and gives us big hugs like we've been buddies forever. And like he's been on the show two times or three times. He's super fun on the show 2 times.
2 times.
Super fun on the show, but like this was the first time I think I've ever met him in person. And he gave us hugs, and we hung out in the lobby and talked to him. And then the next day we were hanging out with him outside the arena, and then we walked in together with Leonard and his buddies. Leonard had a fighter on the card, Jeremy Sauceda. And Jeremy,
interview's up now.
Yeah, the interview's up on YouTube. That kid right there, I'll tell you right now, he's a beast, and he trains with Leonard and those guys. And he went out there and he was fighting Roderick Stewart. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Roderick Stewart was putting it on him that first round, and Roderick had like a significant height and significant reach advantage, and he was kind of tagging Sauceda in that first round, and we're like, "Oh shit, this guy's gonna finish him."
Yeah,
he did not. He sure didn't. And in between rounds, those guys fired him up, said, "You need to fucking get on your horse here and fucking finish this dude."
Yeah. Back him into the ropes.
Yep. Back him up to the ropes and get it on and put it on him. And that kid backed his ass to the ropes and started landing bombs on him. And he finished that fight. And like, good on him. Congratulations to him and Leonard and all those guys from his team, because that was a pretty fucking awesome way to start. That was the first fight of the night too.
The Leonard interview. You got a Leonard interview. It's not out yet. It's coming out. It's uploaded right now. I just have to share it on YouTube. And there's a few more. The Dodson brothers, that one's going to be coming out.
Those guys.
Stay tuned. Those guys talk so fast. They move so fast. They both had fast knockout wins. I mean, wow, man. What a friggin' performance by them. Performances.
Yeah, nothing but good things to say about the weekend. It was a fucking great time. And I look forward to the next time we get an opportunity to go back to Albuquerque, because I am sure with the success of this show that they are already looking at trying to find dates to get a show back in there, sometime early next year, or, I wouldn't imagine going there in like the beginning of July is like the most fun, because it's probably 130 degrees, but but you know what I mean? They're probably already looking at possibly heading back there. So nothing but good things. Great show tonight, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Always tuning in and supporting us and following us and subscribing. Make sure you're sharing the show. Tomorrow night, we have another show, and let me pull up my phone.
Three more guests.
Three more guests.
Right.
It's
So
kind
tomorrow.
of it's kind of changed a couple times.
It has changed a couple times. And
what do we got?
Go ahead and announce, because to be honest with you, what you changed, I didn't even know the second guest was coming on until right this second, as I just looked at my.
Here it is. Okay, 9 o'clock tomorrow night. We got Josh Dyer, Josh D-Day Kendall Dyer coming on at 9 o'clock. 9:20. This is wrong in the calendar, by the way, Mike. So
okay, good, because I saw that.
No. It is right. 9:20 is Brad Machine Gun Kelly. He's going to come on and talk about his win, just like Tony did tonight. He's going to talk about his win tomorrow night. And at 9:40, Caleb Lionheart Harris is coming on, because we just found out that he is fighting in Monroe on October 1st, and he wants to talk about who he's going to be fighting on October 1st in Monroe. So we got that, and then we already have 3-4 fighters lined up for next week. We got a very special return guest coming on next week that's gonna have some serious things to say about what's going on in the women's division in the BKFC. So stay tuned, keep following, and with that said, Mike, you got anything else for these peeps?
I got one last thing. Peace.